You don't have to whip your wands out for everything. Who said that line? Yeah, I'm gonna have to use that line on my partner next time I see her. Voulez-vous que je avec toi? Mais c'est ça? She knows what it means, so she'll just probably be like, yes. Or oui. Eines Tages wird ich mich racken, ich wird. De Herzen aller Matchenbrücken. Rings a bell? Not a clue. I feel like my pronunciation was okay, but nope, not a clue what that means. Like I said, literally, I just completely switched off learning German, all because of that teacher. Really, really bad. Like, the first few years of German was just really basic phrases. And then when it got to the part when it's like, now we're going to learn actual conversations, that teacher ruined it. And if she's ever watching, you ruined my life. I remember the last day as well. I was like, okay, she kept, because we even had like, you had the written exam, then you had the verbal exam, when then the teacher would ask you questions, and then you would then say the answers, what the answers to the questions were. And her favorite student in my lesson was like a popular girl who was always like, Miss, I need your help again. Oh my god, right, babes? And it's just like, are you okay? And at some point, she went in before me during the verbal thing. I was just sort of like, I'm gonna fail this because I know I am, because I've not learned anything. I've not revised. I don't care. It's all her fault. When she was in there doing the exam, literally, I could hear her. She was saying it, and then at some point, her favorite student seemed to be like, and then she stopped the tape and said, and like gave her a hint, and I was like, you're not supposed to give hints in exams. And when I went, I just sat down at the table. I was just opposite her, just like this, so you ready? I was like, and she's like, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, what's your name? Like, said my name, said my age, said I have blue eyes, blah blah blah, all that stuff, like the really basic stuff. She's like, okay, now this, and I went, and she goes, okay, and I was just like, and she goes like, no, I went, and then she goes, okay, blah, 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 blah. And then I was just like, she was just, I looked back at her after, I was going, and looked back, and she just, I was just like, yeah. And then she stopped. She goes, did you actually do any revision? And I said, no. She goes, why didn't you do any revision? I said, because I didn't see the point. I said, why not? I said, because I didn't learn anything the last 2 years anyway. She's like, what? Then you should have been listening. I said, I would have if I wasn't being picked on constantly. And she's like, by who? I was just like, you? She's like, when did I pick on you? I was just like, every lesson. I would like be sat in the back of the room, and then the guy sitting next to me, one of my friends, would just be like, hey, do you know what this is? Like, do you know what this word is? And I'm like, oh, I'm pretty sure it means this. She's like, you. Why are you talking in the back of the room? I was like, I'm helping my friend because he asked my words. She's like, no talking. I'm like, again, her favorite students at the front, like, oh my god. And then like so and so said this, and she said this, and it's like, oh my god, like, what a bitch. And she just said like, I love you. And I was just like, fuck off. So yeah. That's why I never passed German. And she even said to me after the exam, she just looked at me just dead in the eye and just goes, you're gonna get a U for this exam. Do you even care? And I was like, nope. U being the lowest grade in England. And after we did all the exams, what happened was I then we had to then take our like end of year thing around, like get this end of year thing signed by all of our teachers the last few years of school. And then at some point I was like, okay, I gotta do find her at some point. And then there was a deadline, and then I couldn't find her until after the deadline because she kept not being in school. And then eventually I found her in the language block of school, and we're just like, oh hey miss, I need you to sign this thing. And then she just goes, wasn't that supposed to be signed like last week? And I said, well, I would have had it signed, but you weren't in last week. And she's just like, right, whatever. I was just like, well, don't blame me if you weren't in fucking school, innit? It's like, come on. What kind of teacher are you? You're not a teacher at all. You're just a bully. It's just a literal, like, 30-odd-year-old woman who's picking on a bloody 16-year-old kid because you didn't want to have a hard time with the kids that would actually give you flack in school. It's like, I was really quiet in school. I'm still kind of quiet now. I mean, I'm not on stream, clearly. But, and then after that, and then so she was just like there, like signing it. She goes, she goes, well, anyway, how did you end up doing on your exams? She goes, did you get a U like I said you would? And I was just like, no, actually. She goes, what'd you get? And I said, I got an F. And then just walked away. I just got an F, just went, walked away. It's like, fuck you, bitch, that's F for fuck you. It's like, you were wrong, I didn't get a U, I got the grade above you. Yeah. That's exactly what happened. Anyway, now that my story's finished, I'll actually read the chat again.